In this episode, I'm going to share with you how to meditate, especially if you're like someone, I don't like meditation, it's just not for me. I would love to have this connection, but I just cannot find the stillness or the peace to do this. Then this episode is really for you, because there are quite literally so many different ways that you can meditate. You don't have to sit on a stone next to a river for an entire day or an entire week to quiet your mind and to meditate. That's not at all how you should be doing something. There are no rules within meditation. So in this video, I'm going to share with you some easy ways of how I have been meditating and how I still meditate every single day without sitting still like that. So if that's something that you love to learn more about, then stay around.
How does it feel to be alive, to be free? Are we truly in the here and now, or are we living a dream that we created? Close your eyes to see clearly. This is life on purpose.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of On Purpose by Lynn. For those of you who are new here, welcome. My name is Lynn and I share with you everything you need to know about personal development and spirituality so that you can create your best life and so that you can rise to your fullest potential. If that's something that you're interested in, then make sure to subscribe. So like I was saying, there are so many different ways in which you can meditate. The most classical one, I would say, is sitting meditation, just sitting still, quieting your mind, observing your thoughts, and connecting with the stillness within. Not judging any thought, not reacting to any thought, just allowing it to be there and to pass like clouds, just being the observer. Like I said, this is not for everyone and everyone is different, and that's why there are so many different forms of meditations that you can do. So if this first one does not resonate with you, then the second method will probably appeal more to you, which is moving meditation. And this is such a beautiful one. I meditate, for example, when I surf. I meditate when I ski. It allows me to fully be immersed in the moment because I'm so focused on what is happening in my environment. I have to anticipate on what is happening, and therefore there's no space for me to think. And for me, this is moving meditation. But another way of moving meditation, for example, it's a very old one, a very ancient one, is yoga. And yoga, I believe, comes from India. And this is doing postures with the body that allow you to connect in a certain way and to allow certain energy centers to flow. It's energy easily to open up your channels, but it's also a way of focusing on your breath and being connected with your breath. So through this moving meditation, through yoga, and through being connected with your breath, breathing out all the tension, all the discomfort, and breathing in more energy, more focus, more endurance, more strength. And that is what allows you to come in that effortless flow state that a lot of people talk about. But if you're not into surfing, skiing, yoga, then simply another way of doing moving meditation is walking. Go out in nature. Go out in nature and don't listen to any music. You can, of course, you can always listen to music like binaural beats or music that really calms your mind and allows you to be. Of course, like I said, there are no rules, whatever works best for you. So moving meditation, just being out in nature and hearing the birds, hearing the trees, hearing your footsteps in the snow. For example, I'm in the mountains right now, so that is something that I can focus on. But maybe you can focus on the way that you are moving your feet step by step. These are all ways how you can quiet the mind. Because in the end, quieting the mind can be done through so many different methods. And for example, becoming aware when you're walking outside in nature of sense perceptions, meaning that you are going to start noticing what you smell, what you hear, what you feel, what you see. When you start observing everything, all your senses, that's how you actually start becoming aware of your body, of this present moment. And this is how you disconnect from your always overthinking mind, and how you connect with the stillness within. Because meditation, what it actually does, it is bringing you back to the present moment. And why is the present moment so important? Well, in the present moment, it means that you are connected to the eternal now. You're not somewhere else with your mind in the future. You're not somewhere else in the past going over certain situations. You're here, and you're here and now, and you're allowing yourself to feel your body, to feel what's been going on inside of you, and you're allowing space for that to be released. But also, when you're in the now, there is no room for you to be connected with the mind. Because like I said, the mind is always taking us somewhere into the future, or somewhere in the past, or somewhere about things we feel like we have to do, or somewhere judging your thoughts maybe while you're meditating. You're like, oh, this is not peaceful. You know, I need to get rid of this thought. This is all in the mind. But when we start connecting with these sense perceptions, we become aware of the present moment, and we start sinking in to your heart space. And your heart space is where you will connect with your intuition. Now, what is your intuition? Your intuition is your internal GPS. It is the way how your soul speaks with you. And the only way that you can access this is when you quiet the mind. Because the noise that's going on outside, externally or internally in your mind, is what is repressing the intuition. It's repressing this deeper layer of your soul who wants to communicate with you, who wants to give you signs and inspiration and ideas to help you to move on to the next step on your path, or to give you the impulses. And that's why meditation is so important. And the third way, this was a little bit of a sidetrack to why it is important to do this, but the third way, I believe I've already covered multiple ways, so I'm not exactly sure where I'm at right now. Apologies for this unstructured video. But the third way of how to meditate is what I actually always do every single day, and you don't have to sit down for this, you don't have to walk outside, is simply becoming the observer of your mind throughout the entire day. Now, when you start doing this, you will find yourself going conscious and then unconscious, conscious and unconscious. And the more that you train yourself to be aware of your thoughts, simply observing, not becoming identified with them, meaning that you're so caught up in your thoughts that you're not aware anymore that you're thinking. So when you become aware that you are thinking and you're observing your thoughts like an eagle who's flying high, who's observing everything that's going on the ground, this is what you do in your mind. And once you train to do this and you observe your thoughts, you will see that your concentration span will become more and more intensified, and it will become easier and easier to observe your thoughts. And this is how you will allow yourself to maintain a certain inner peace and freedom regardless of what is going on outside of you externally. An example of this is, I remember that I was working in a shop here years ago. Years ago, when I started in my first winter season, I was working in a shop, and the atmosphere in the shop was not entirely, I don't know, it was always up and down. And so I had to deal with all these really emotional people. That was quite challenging at times. It was challenging to stay positive and to stay in my own space, in my own bubble, to stay in my own energy. And so every day that I went there, I made it a decision to train myself. I made it a decision to train myself to not react to anything externally that wasn't serving me for my highest good. And through this practice, through this training, I found that I was actually finding joy again being there. That I didn't have to be affected by anything that was happening outside or externally, and that I could find this inner joy, this inner peace regardless. And I truly believe that if you're able to train yourself to become so grounded within your own being, not being influenced too much by your thoughts and negative things going on in your reality, it will give you so much freedom and liberation in that. Let me know in the comments if there are any aha moments, if there are any other meditation methods that you've been doing and you want to share it with anyone in the community here to help each other grow and expand. I'm very curious to hear. And thank you so much for liking and for sharing this video with anyone you feel could benefit from this information and you feel would love to hear something like this. Thank you so much for doing that. And of course, if you are new here and haven't already subscribed to the channel, remember to do so, as you will be the first to watch all of my videos every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so that you can create your best life. Remember, we have such an exciting future to look forward to, even if it doesn't seem like it right now. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next video. Bye for now.